ladies and gentlemen, as you know, each year at this time, I have the privilege of presenting the Southworth Award for Achievement in the field of art and painting. This year, Clayton Hall is proud to honor Edward Phillips. Congratulations, Edward.
Thank you, sir.
Eddie Phillips?
Yes, I am.
My name is Dr. Carl Hyatt. This is Lieutenant Franklin. Oh, Eddie, I'm a friend of your father's. Well, he asked me to come in his place and...
What happened to him?
Eddie, I'm afraid I have
What happened to him?
Sit down. Eddie, your father's been arrested. The charge is embezzlement. It appears that, well, for the past year, he's been negotiating stocks that didn't belong to him.
Is that all?
No, he's being confined in the city courthouse awaiting trial. He wants to see you, Eddie. Now we can go in Lieutenant Franklin's car.
I'll pack a few things.
Would you like me to help you?
No. I don't need any help.
Eddie, you haven't started packing yet. Eddie, I'm afraid we don't have much time. You know, this may be the last chance you have of seeing your father for quite some time. Eddie? Eddie?
Don't touch me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Franklin! Get away! Give away! Give away!
Edward Phillips, do you know why you're here?
Yes?
The charge against you is assault with a deadly weapon. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Look up at me, please. Under ordinary circumstances, and knowing that your report lists other destructive emotional outbursts such as occurred yesterday, I should have no hesitation in having you sentenced to one of our state's corrective institutions. However, Dr. Hyatt, a friend of this court for many years, has interceded in your behalf and refuses to press charges against you. He also has explained to me the other mitigating facts in this situation. Therefore, I'm putting you on 1 year's probation under the custody of Mr. and Mrs. Allen McDowell, your aunt and uncle.
Dinner's almost ready. Your uncle got home 2 minutes ago. Goodness, so dark in here. There, isn't that better?
Sure.
Eddie, somebody's here to see you. Miss Hammond. She teaches art down at the settlement house at the corner.
What are you talking about?
Well, Your uncle and I took one of his sketchbooks and showed it to her. She thinks you're...
You did what?
You have no right to do that.
Henry, I don't know.
Where's my
Oh, you're
sketchbook?
so
Where is it? I gave it all. I don't care about it anymore.
Please, Henry, don't
care
do
about it anymore.
Please, Henry, don't do that.
You had no right to do that. You had no...
Hi. I'm Laura Hammond. You must be Eddie.
That's right.
You're what I expected, all right. Angry right down to your heels, aren't you?
What?
Oh, it's all here. Page after page of it. Maybe I'm part gypsy, but you show me an artist's sketch pad and I'll tell you his fortune. Past, present, and future. You've really got something to say, friend.
I'm not your friend. You had no right to look at that. Give me my pad.
Who's your favorite artist? Mine's Utrillo. Oh, but I'm fickle. Suddenly I'll see a Picasso and I can hardly breathe.
I don't care anything about you. You're breathing. I want my pad.
All right. But on one condition.
What?
That you sign up for my art class. Meets 3 nights a week.
What for?
Listen to her, Eddie. It's better than trying to lose yourself every night at the movies.
What do I need her for?
Look, maybe you don't need me, but I could certainly use you. Oh, let's face it, an art class in this neighborhood doesn't attract many customers. Recruits are few, and a person of your talent and caliber could...
Listen, whatever your name is, I'm not interested.
You know, I think you and I could be great friends if you'd give me half a chance.
For the last time, give me back my pad. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Hammond.
Yeah. Miss Hammond.
Don't you ever take anything of mine again without my permission.
No, believe me, Mrs. McDowell, you can't blame yourself. I've been expecting behavior like this sooner or later. It's a wonder he lasted this long. Oh, I promise you, we'll keep in daily communication with you. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Bad news, Carl?
It's Philip's boy. Apparently the state of shock he's been in since his father's trial has worn off. His aunt tells me he's like a keg of dynamite.
Didn't you tell us these outbursts followed a kind of pattern?
Started when his mother died in a car accident. He was only 8 years old then. His father told me he practically went berserk when the news was broken. You know, he'd have done great harm to himself and anyone else near him if he hadn't been stopped.
Well, I guess there is such a thing as artistic temperament.
Oh, no, there's more to it than that, Jed. After his mother died, there were other incidents. A nurse who befriended him leaving to take another job, a school chum transferring to a new neighborhood. Each time he reacted with delayed hysterical violence. It was only his father's nearness to him at the time that helped him through the crisis.
And now he's lost his father.
Wasn't there something we can do?
Well, I think he needs more than anything else somebody. Somebody who won't fail him the way everybody else did. How about you, Carl?
No. He associates me with his last shock. I'd be as welcome in his confidence as the abominable snowman.
Well, I've got to catch the midnight plane to Portland for that Tesla case. I'll be gone a week. Well, that narrows the field, doesn't it?
Yes, but you see,
Now, Jed, this is serious. That boy's walking a tightrope. One false step and he can fall and keep falling for the rest of his life. We've got to protect him against himself.
All right. Where do I find him?
Well, the River Street Settlement House might be a good place to start.
Okay, knock it off. It's time. Come on, I'll take the ball.
Give Mr. Posada the ball,
No tricks.
Tony.
Come on,
Posada
Tony.
wants the ball.
Come on. All right. Tony, let's have it. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Good night. See you tomorrow. Hey, Dino. I hate to bother you, but everybody's gone. Good night.
Mr. Posada?
You're not allowed in here without gym shoes. Gym shoes are all that are allowed.
I'm looking for work. I called you from uptown about an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. Sills, isn't it?
That's right.
Well, look, could you come back tomorrow? I've got yards of paperwork to do. I've got to clean this place up, too.
Well, whatever you say.
Sills, if you're going to work here, you ought to find a place that's closer. Should get to know the neighborhood.
Fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I'm just a girl who doesn't take a torn sketch pad for an answer. You want candy?
No, thanks.
Let's make a deal. You come to one class. If you don't like it, don't come back again. Now, that's fair, isn't it? Please, Eddie. I think you have a fine talent.
Okay.
Good. I'll see you tomorrow, then, at 5 o'clock, room 202.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Reward food. Good night, Eddie. Rudy.
Hey, what's the matter with you? Did you ever give up? Everybody else left an hour ago.
Oh, I was waiting for another student. I guess he's not going to show up, though. It's funny, I really expected him.
I told you, never expect anything. You'll be better off.
Did I tell you I've signed up 7 students?
Yes, she told me.
And 2 more to start next week?
That's fine.
Oh, I know you think I'm silly, but it's exciting, really. You never know where talent's going to pop up. Any one of these kids could suddenly blossom out and do something really important. Just like that. I guess that's why I love this place. It's kind of like a big stage.
Oh, yeah. Sure, the house lights go down, the curtain rises, and from out of the wings comes a chorus line of the most gorgeous delinquents ever to be assembled in one arena.
Rudy, you've become a snob.
Yeah, I'm a jealous snob at that. I never noticed you ever waited around here for an hour for me. What is so special about this kid?
Oh, nothing really. He's just a sad, mixed-up boy that I thought I could help, that's all.
Florence Nightingale of River Street, huh? But you always felt sorry for stray animals.
How did you know that?
Takes one to know one. Come on, I'll buy you a hamburger. You coming? There you are.
Aren't you ready?
I'm gonna break this, and nobody's gonna stop me.
All right, then. Break it.
Just leave me alone. I don't need you. I don't need you. Can't you leave me alone?
Who did this? Was it the one you were waiting for? Was it your extra special student? Well, answer me. I'll call the police. I'll have them picked up so fast.
No, I don't know. I never saw him before.
You can take over the gymnasium today.
All right.
The important thing is not to get stepped on. I find one heel mark on your back tonight, and you've had it.
Well, I think maybe a younger man will be able to handle the situation.
Oh,
excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you?
Oh, yes, badly.
Laura, this is Jed Sills. He's our new phys ed man. He's going to be with us for a while. I think. Miss Hammond heads up our art department.
Oh, well, now I know what is meant by art appreciation.
Oh, wit. And so early in the morning, too.
Sills, do you hear that? That's the pitter-pat of teenage boots thundering down the court. Goodbye.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Sills.
Oh, nice meeting you, and I hope we bump into each other again sometime. Oh, by the way, what is your opinion of Eddie Phillips' work as an artist?
Who?
Eddie Phillips. I thought he was one of your students. Yeah, he's tall, light hair.
I don't teach anybody by that name.
Oh, my mistake. Very attractive girl. Very attractive Jim. Well, Masada tells me you guys need some practice. That's what I'm here for. Say, Where's Eddie Phillips? Think he'll show up today?
Who's that?
Never heard of him.
Oh, what position does he play?
Come on, let's go. Hey, go.
Hi. How's the food in here?
Fine. Almost as fresh as some of the customers.
Well, that's what you get for being born beautiful.
And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
A lie.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you lied to me this morning about knowing Eddie Phillips. I'd like to know why.
What business is it of yours?
Well, for now, you can just call me an interested bystander. But I can tell you this, though. My concern is 14-carat genuine. You see, unless Eddie toes a mark, he's heading for trouble even bigger than the size of your blue eyes. I'd like to prevent that from happening.
What makes you think I even know Eddie Phillips?
Miss Hammond, Eddie's under a year's probation. Now, all anyone has to do is connect him with last night's commando raid. Well, it'll be a long time before he's painting outdoor scenes again.
How did you know it was him?
Posada told me about your visitor this morning. I guessed the rest. Why did he explode? Look, Miss Hammond, don't get me wrong. I appreciate your helping Eddie. But I can help, too, if I know why he did it.
It was my fault. I guess he overheard me talking to Rudy, and I'm afraid I sounded a little patronizing.
See you Thursday.
Well, that's very good, Sally.
Thank you.
Honey, I made dinner reservations for 7:30. Hurry up, the traffic's going to be heavy.
Give me 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll meet you outside. Hurry up.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to see you again, even if we are closed.
I'm up here strictly for the exercise so you can spare the tea and sympathy.
How about if I turn on a light?
Don't bother. If you go away, forget I'm here.
There are lots of gyms in this city. Why did you come to this particular one? Is it because you're ashamed of what you did last night? Look, I'm getting sick and tired of this self-pity. Now, I have a date, but I'm not going to budge 1 inch out of here until I convince you that my interest in you is sincere.
Why can't you leave me alone?
Look, I know about your father. Your aunt told me. I guess the reason I wanted to meet you wasn't only because of the sketch pad, but because in so many ways our lives are similar. You see, I lost my father, too. It took me a long time to get over it and pull myself back together again. But you know what did it for me? A visit to the Museum of Modern Art. I was brooding around New York and had an hour or so to kill and went inside and suddenly I was rocked right off my feet. It was a Van Gogh one-man show. And I was hooked. The honesty of those pictures, the way they screamed out at me to stop feeling sorry for myself, to look around me the way Van Gogh had done in his misery, and to start breathing again. And that's why I'm here.
Will you really break a date for me?
Yes.
Would you, let someone visit you privately? I mean, to paint so that no one would know about it.
Well, it's a little unusual, but if that's what a person wanted, I guess it could be arranged.
When?
How about tomorrow night, after my regular class ends at 7?
Now, it's really very simple. If you come down the court, you stop, pivot on your right foot, and then turn on your left, and make the basket.
Hey, come on. All right, let's go. Come on, it's after 7. Yeah, I know all about it. Milk and cookies. Turn out the lights before you go, will you, Sills?
Night. Good night.
What do you think of this guy, Sills, huh?
Oh, he seems pleasant enough and conscientious. Why?
I don't know, something peculiar. I get the feeling that under that T-shirt of his there beats the heart of an Ivy Leaguer. What's a guy like that come down here for?
Oh, he's doing a good job. Rudy, why must you always question everybody's motives?
Well, otherwise it doesn't add up. And a guy like him. And you. Why do you do it? Are you slumming? Is that it?
You want me to apologize? All right. I'm sorry I lived on an estate and had nice clothes and went to Vassar. There, now. Does that make you feel any better? Does that make us any more qualified to work together?
Laura.
Look, I've got a class, Rudy.
You're one student?
That's right.
You've seen him nearly every night this week.
Yes, I have.
Why won't you tell me who he is?
Because I made a bargain with him.
Laura, I want his name.
Why are you doing this, Rudy?
I'll tell you why. I was in the gym the night he came back.
You had no right to...
That's the same kid who made a shambles of this place, isn't it? Why are you protecting him? Who is he?
I can't tell you his name, Rudy. He's on probation.
On probation? You mean to tell me he's been in trouble before this?
Yes.
And you're still willing to protect him? Why?
Because I gave him my word. Don't you see what it would do to him if I violated his confidence?
And what would it do to you, Laura?
Eddie? Come on. It's all clear. Oh, good. You brought the books back. line impressed you the most?
Modigliani's. You know, it's funny. On the surface, it just seems simple, but underneath, there's a real power.
You want to talk or paint?
Paint. You've done enough talking.
That's what I've been waiting to hear. Help yourself. Well, what'll it be, a still life?
No. This. I'd like to try a charcoal sketch of you. And I would like you to pose for me, Miss Hammond.
All right. That's what you really want. But if I'm going to pose for you, you're going to have to call me Laura.
Laura.
Fine, Jed. I'm glad everything's going so smoothly. Well, what about Eddie? Is he still coming to the settlement house?
Not officially, but he's coming. Remember I told you about a Miss Hammond, the art instructor? Well, obviously, she's a good influence we've been looking for.
Well, great. Then we found our missing link. Someone who inspires his trust again. Will she hold up, though?
Like the Rock of Gibraltar.
But only what, Jed?
Well, it's a girl, Laura. She's a very dedicated person. I don't think she realizes how impressionable Eddie is or how deeply she's letting herself get involved.
And then when I graduated from college, I figured if I was going to be a resident of this world for the rest of my life, I might just as well see what I could do about rearranging some of the living conditions.
So you went into social work?
Came out here to San Francisco.
And met me?
And this is where I live.
You lucky building.
Good night, Eddie.
Laura, will I see you tomorrow night?
Well, I don't know.
Please. I mean, you see, today was just sort of a rough sketch. Tomorrow I'd like to get to work on the specifics. You've got high cheekbones, your eyes, well, your hair kind of flops over your ears.
Well, you don't have to finish it all.
But if I don't do it now, I'm liable to lose the whole rhythm.
Well, we'll see.
Look, haven't you ever started something you just had to finish? Because if you didn't, you'd burn up.
You know, you're a very persuasive young man.
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, Eddie. Thanks for walking me home.
But you have to realize that with Eddie, as lost as he is, every gesture, every kind word is magnified 100 times.
And you're afraid that when he finds out that I don't feel the way he does, that he'll do something wild, huh?
Well, that's been his pattern.
I'm afraid I'm not very good at ending things. I don't like to hurt people.
Well, you won't be hurting him. Not if you do it gradually, gently.
I'm not sure I'll know how.
Come in.
Do you want to see me?
Yeah. I suppose you've forgotten it's the end of the month.
So?
Well, progress reports are due. One for each of your classes.
But I sent them down to you yesterday.
You sent 4. One's missing.
You still aren't satisfied, are you, Rudy?
Look, Laura. I'm willing to go along with this kid as much as you want me to. But these reports are official. What's the matter with you? He's not a Dresden doll. I want his name.
Nope. I'm sorry.
Laura. Come on, come on. What's happened? I remember what it was like when we were trying to open up this place and the months afterwards. I felt like we were one person. At least, that's the way I felt. You know what it is, don't you? We're both on edge. We need a night to do absolutely nothing. Together.
Oh, I'd love to, Rudy. Really, I would. But I can't.
Why not?
Well, he started a portrait of me. I thought it'd be good for him.
So? Can't you forget him for one night?
Well, what'll I tell him?
You don't have to tell him anything. Write him a note. I'll give it to him myself. You take the rest of the afternoon off.
Do you think a note is gentle?
Huh? What? Hi. Look, I was supposed to bring this around earlier, but in the afternoon got all jammed up. This is for you.
Where's Miss Hammond?
Well, she isn't coming in tonight. The note will explain.
Did she really give you this for me?
Yes, she did.
Well, you must know about everything.
Look, you know, you got to grow up. Of course I know. I know everything that goes on in this place. That's my job.
Did she tell you?
Will you take the note?
She did tell you, didn't she?
Yes. Yes, she did. Look, Eddie, Laura and I are... Do I have to draw you a diagram?
No? Thanks a lot.
It's all right. Well, there's nothing more to say. I'll tell Laura that I saw you and that everything's okay, huh? She was a little worried about your reaction.
You seeing her tonight?
Yes, I am. I'm taking her to dinner and maybe a show. You want me to give her a message for you?
No. No message.
Look, if you want to, you know, you can stay on here and work for a while. It's all right with me. Everybody else has gone home, but just make sure the lights are out and the front door is locked. Okay?
Fine. Great.
All right. Eddie, look, from now on, if you're a friend of Laura's, you're a friend of mine, too. I'll see you around, huh?
Hello? Hello? Who is this? Eddie? Eddie, is that you? Why don't you answer?
Listen to
Listen, this is... I saw your friend. He gave me your message.
Eddie, what is it? What's happened? Are you hurt?
Yeah.
Where are you? I'll be right there. What? Yes, I'll come alone. No, I promise. Now, wait for me.
Thanks for getting here so fast, Miss Hammond.
Eddie, what happened? You said you were hurt.
I was lying. I'm fine.
Eddie, what's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I thought we were friends.
So did I. We're going to be great friends. You're going to help me, you said. Pals. All the way down the line.
Eddie.
I believed you!
Well, I can see how much it meant to you. Maybe I'll show you how much it means to me. Be friendly. I'm an underprivileged kid, don't forget. All I want are the same privileges as Rudy Posada.
Eddie?
Kids are a drag. We all know that, don't we, Laura?
Eddie, don't do this. You don't have to prove anything.
I want to. You understand me, Laura? I want to.
All right. If it's that important to you, I won't fight you. Not easy to destroy someone, is it, Eddie? Not for a person who feels things as deeply as you do. But
you mustn't be ashamed of those feelings. They're honest and natural. And that's all manliness really is, you know. It's not harshness and violence, but learning to accept yourself as you really are. Even the soft, lonely corners of yourself. And not being afraid.
These figures over here are rather interesting. Actually, they're copies of...
Now I know what it means.
What means?
That a picture is worth 1,000 words.